Hi everybody and welcome to a quick, well maybe a quick video, it won't be too long, on the Panasonic gh5 autofocus. I will tell you now that, hang on, I'm zoomed in to 35mm. I'm shooting at f2.8, 50th of a second at 50p in 4K. Auto ISO as well. And I'm just testing out the tracking system, so I'm going to step back. I have got the face detection on. And we'll just see how well it gets on. So we'll walk forward. You see that there, how it hesitated and took about 3 seconds to come in. Let's go back. Now I haven't got my iPad on me, I'm just waiting for my new one to come, so I can't 100% see, but I think it's 1, 2, 3 and it works. We'll just come back in again. And bang. What I'll do is I'll just stay this close. Now I am very close to the lens, and I'll just talk a bit and I'll just rock as I'm talking. So I probably may go in and out of focus now. I'm rocking backwards and forwards, but I'm very close to the lens. And I'm just deliberately rocking just to see if I'm going in and out of focus. I look like I'm in focus on screen, but you can't tell. And then what I'm going to do is, this is the default settings. I'll stay still now, I'll just back up a little bit, maybe a bit more. These are the default settings in the camera. I've not touched any focus whatsoever. It's just the defaults. I am going to tell you that I got this gh5 yesterday and there's a problem with the screen, which I'll show you now. Basically, when I flip the screen out and face it towards myself, I stay upside down. I've got to tilt the screen back. Basically, there's a fault with it. Anyway, I contacted Jessups and he put me onto the rep. And I had a right go with the rep. The rep basically told me that I've got a faulty camera, which I already knew about anyway. Obvious, it was common sense, I had a faulty camera. And he told me that I wasn't allowed to take it back to Jessups because I didn't take their insurance, and I had to ring Panasonic and get them to come out. Anyway, I told him to fuck off. And I said fuck off and put me on to manager of Jessups now. Luckily for me, the manager was stood at the side of him and straight said, "John, that's not our policy at all. You can bring the camera back, no big deal." So the manager of Jessups was absolutely fantastic, but the rep, oh, what a dickhead. Panasonic, if you ever watch this video, you really need, not just because he pissed me off then, but you really need to teach your reps how to use the camera as well, because he don't even know how to use camera, let alone bloody start telling me how Jessups policies work. But anyway, that little rant aside, I did tell the manager at Jessups, I went, look, I said, I highly recommend that you don't put him on to anybody. He said, "John, you know our policy. You know, if it don't work, you can bring it back within 30 days. You can have your money back." I went, "Well, I don't want my money back. I want a gh5. So he said, "Well, look, there ain't any about at the minute, so you can keep that one. And when the new one comes in, I'll ring you up and swap them over." So that's great. Anyway, that rant aside, I suppose we can see how the autofocus got on then while I was just chatting. So what I'm going to do now is, I'm just going to pause the video and show you that I'm now going to, if you remember, we walked in and out right quick twice. We'll just do it one more time. Bang. I'm now going to go see if I can adjust that so that it focuses on me a little bit quicker, and I'll let you know what I've done. Wow. Right, okay, so what I've done is now, under the AF settings menu, which I'll show you in another video, I've turned the AF speed up. I've not turned the sensitivity up yet, but I've turned the AF speed up. I don't know if I may have to turn the sensitivity. So what we'll do is, I'll just sort of step back a bit now. And then I'll just slowly ponder, well, I'll come in quite quick. I don't know. Anyway, I might have to turn the other one up as well. And we'll see if it's a bit quicker. I'll just come in a bit more again. I mean, I am coming pretty close. I think it has done some. Sorry about the highlight coming through the window there. There's no what I can do about that. So I'll just back up again. It does seem like the square box on the screen looks really like, whoa, I'm going to get you, John, don't worry. It is. It's definitely better, is that, I can tell. So what we'll do is we'll just sit here again now, and I'll sort of rock a little bit. So now I'm rocking. I'm rocking probably 3 or 4 inch, but I am very, very close to the camera. So it should really be constantly chucking me out of focus and back in focus. We'll see if that looks better. What I'm going to go do now is I've got the AF speed up full. I'm going to go turn the sensitivity right up as well. And we'll see if when I'm walking close to the camera. I quite like the default setting. It was probably just a touch slow, but near enough. But anyway, we'll go try that again. Right, oops, see, it's done it again. My camera's upside down. I've got to go tilt the screen back a bit. Right, okay. So we've now got the sensitivity and the speed right up to +3 or 5, whatever the default is. So now I'm gonna walk back. What we're trying to do now is just distinguish which is the better setting, basically. I will be getting a bit lower on my mic, but I'll speak up because I've got the Rode video mic on the camera. So I'm just going to slowly ponder on it. I'm not going in fast. We'll just come in and then I'll stop. That's definitely quicker. I don't know if this highlight could really be actually posing a bit of a problem. So we can get rid of it because I'm using auto ISO. Let's try it again now, because that highlight would cause a problem for an autofocus system. So I'm going to come all the way over here. Right, so I'm pretty far away now. So now I'm just going to walk quite in pretty quick, not messing about, and we're going to stop now. And I'm looking at the myself on screen, and I can see that I'm coming in faster. Much definitely quicker focus now. So let's just sort of come right in. There, definitely, yeah. Now, it's not chalk and cheese. I wouldn't say it's 100% faster, but it's 50% quicker. So let's just back up slowly. I mean, don't forget, I'm also using the 12 to 35 Mark 1 lens. So I don't know if when I get my 12 to 60, which is coming in on my next camera, that's the Mark 2. It's made for it might be a bit quicker, I don't know. So what we're going to do this time is, I'm going to go really far back. I'm really far back now. I'm going to come in pretty quick and then just stop. Wow, that looked good to me. I don't know if I'm nailed, but damn, that looked very, very good. I mean, I'm slowly walking back now, and it really does. I mean, the face sensitivity just seems great. I'm now going to do it the same again. And I'm going to walk like a bride coming down aisle, just steady away. I'll just walk up. I'm not walking really slow, but I'm not sprinting either. And we'll just walk up and see if when I get right up to the nose of the lens, there, I was a little soft and bang, straight in. Right, okay. I'm going to end this video in a minute. I'll just back up a little bit though. Let's do the rocking forward and backwards now. Now we've got it up, I'm going to rock. By the way, my camera's also rocking on monopod. So that might be sort of causing the focus. I'm on the floorboard and it's moving, but let me just rock forward, back. So we'll just talk and say the gh5 is fantastic. Even though I've got a faulty screen, it's still a fantastic camera. It works great. I did a job with it last night, and even on the default focus settings, it works absolutely spot on. I'm rocking now and I'm looking at myself, but only in the screen. And I look to be sharp, and I'm actually rocking at least 4 inch. But the camera's also moving on the monopod, which is not really a fair test because that's causing the focus. But let's see, I'm hoping that this one now should be better. The focus should be staying with me. I'm not moving fast, I'm just rocking. I will speed up now. And just now I'm doing probably 18 inch forward and backwards. Just come central, I'm going in, I'm going out. I'm going out, I'm going out, I'm going out, I'm going out, I'm going out. I'm going in. And I'm looking at the screen and it's dancing around my face. So we'll leave it that video for now. I'll just back up a little bit. Sorry about that, guys. So yeah, we'll just have another little go. I'll just sort of stand here now. So bearing in mind, we are at 35mm, which is 70mm. And we'll just come back in again. I'm going to walk right up to the lens now. And and I'm looking, and it does seem to have kept me in focus all the way. Whereas if you remember before, when I sort of did this, I stood here, do you remember? And I sort of just went straight up to the lens, and I went like that. Now there, I was still soft, but it was only for a second, if that, and then it came in. Whereas when we had it, I'll just slow it down again, and we'll do that one more time. Wow. Just remotely then, when I hit record, the length of time that it took to bring me in focus is unreal. So all I've basically done, I've turned the custom autofocus settings off. Because you can turn them on. So basically, if you set them up nice for slightly quicker action, you can then turn them off. So now I'm just using the default. It's still face detection. So if I walk back now, you'll see I'm blurred. I can even see it. I'm now just coming to focus. So I'll do the same again up to the front of the camera. Now, if you remember on the other settings, now I was in focus. Look, it's waiting. It's now bang. Do you see that delay? But I quite like that, to be fair. Now, if you was videoing somebody and walking all over the place and you wanted to keep them in focus, then the other setting is good as well. But I don't mind that little hesitance because it sort of holds focus for longer. So, you know, if I walk in, I mean, I'll go in really slow, but it's not following me at all. Oh, it was a bit better then, but now it's coming in sharp. Do you want to see me look like King Kong, look? Just a black face. I look like King Kong and his brother. But let's have a look at this, look. And bang. So basically that's the focus modes. Now I am only using face detection. You have got 225 autofocus points as well. That may be, so we'll do that in the next video. I'll enable all the, instead of just using face detection, I'll use all the focus points on the screen, and we'll do the same test and see, because we don't know, face detection now is on my face, but if somebody walks in bedroom, it could jump onto those. I don't know how good it's going to work, but we are doing a wedding with it in a few weeks. But I just don't know if I trust it, whether I'm going to go manual or try auto. But anyway, we'll have a look at this video. We'll see what it looks like. We'll just do one more little rock sort of thingy to the camera. And I mean, it doesn't seem too bad looking at it. But like I say, my camera's rocking and all on the monopod, which is a bit of an unfair test because it's doubly working the system. It's not really still. But I think speeding it up definitely made it better.